Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to our last reflection of this series we've been doing on the Apostolic letter of Pope Francis, Patris, Corde, on the year of St. Joseph. Can you believe that this is our last session already? I know it went by so fast, though. We actually, Father John and I enjoyed it very, very much, recording these reflections and meditating on them. I hope that they were useful to you in helping you meditate and reflect on this great figure of St. Joseph in our own lives. And today's last session, or seventh point that Pope Francis makes on St. Joseph, is titled St. Joseph, a Father in the Shadows. And it's pretty interesting for me. Sounded like a little spooky. I told Father John, Father in the Shadows, but I like to mention 3 points that he makes about St. Joseph. One of the points is that it says that St. Joseph became a gift himself to Jesus, a total giving. He gave himself completely to the service of the Son of God. And to me that was powerful, right? Yeah. Along with that says that then St. Joseph took on the responsibility to raise the Son of God and became God's own shadow to protect him and to raise him and to teach him. So that's where I made the connection about the shadows, that it was not that he's not hiding, he's not sort of like a hiding thing, but he became God's shadow. Wow. When I meditated on that, it was powerful, right?
Yes, it is.
He became God's shadow. It's almost like God acting through Joseph all the time, protecting his son,
Exactly. And he speaks beautiful roles about what a father is, He talks about self-gift. It's never about ourselves when we're a father. As a priest,
That's right? Yeah.
Our life is not about ourselves. It's really about you. And the same for all fathers and mothers. You know that your life isn't about yourself. It's about your husband, wife, your children, right?
And you, our parents, probably understand it better, right? That it's a self-giving ministry, basically, a self-giving ministry. Another point I'd like to mention is the Pope says, a possessive love ultimately becomes dangerous. It imprisons, constricts, and makes for misery. He was referring about St. Joseph's love of being chaste. What does it mean, chaste love? Yeah. It's a love that's freeing, a love that doesn't hold you back, that does not bind, doesn't give you conditions, but it's a self-giving love that makes you free.
A love that's not enslaved, that can say no to sin, and therefore is free, right?
Exactly.
So in other words, I think what the Holy Father is trying to say is about being a parent is not something that you don't want to suffocate your children. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
You want to give them the tools. You want to teach them the right way. We know that the parents are the primary educators in the faith, so there is responsibility, a great one too, important. But also to let them be free, don't suffocate them. And because they do have to live on their own way, obviously, right?
And let them free, right?
Yeah.
To the point that God's love is chaste for us as well, meaning that He doesn't bind us, He doesn't hold us back. He gives us the freedom to accept it or to reject it, to go with Him or to go against Him. So that's God's love too. And then the last point that I'd like to mention is that today's society needs fathers. Yeah. And you mentioned, Father John, we as priests need to be more fatherly to our people. Because through us as priests, some people will know God's love. So not only recognizing the love of an earthly father, but which is needed because a lot of children are being raised by their mothers only, or raised by their grandparents.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
No mother, no father. So we need that father's love in our lives. So society needs that image of what it is to be a father. What a great example to take. It's St. Joseph.
Absolutely. Encouragement for all people who are our fathers. And maybe as a final point, he does mention something about anyone who assumes responsibility for another is in a sense a father to that person.
That's right.
So you may see in your life somebody who really didn't have a father, or even a father figure, really, obviously they had a biological father, but where were they in life, sometimes we might say. But to take someone under your wings, to love that person, to assume responsibility for that person, that's modeling St. Joseph, in a way, and it's a beautiful thing.
That's right. And so with that, we'd like to leave you with this meditation. God's love in your life. Whether you had your parents, your father growing up with you, or maybe someone else took that responsibility and took that responsibility to raise you, he is your father. Or perhaps you are parents, right? How do you show fatherhood to your children? Ask St. Joseph. He is the model of fatherhood as well. Like I said, like Pope says, he is the shadow, God's own shadow. So allow God to show you how it is to be a mother, a father. And even if you're biological, non-biological parent, God can show you how to love. And so, my friends, let us ask St. Joseph, our patron, to teach us to raise our children well, and to learn how to love God as well, and to learn and accept God's love in our lives. We hope that you had enjoyed these sessions, reflections on St. Joseph, and we hope to see you soon. Perhaps some other reflections, right, Father John? What do you think?
I think that's going to happen.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, and you have a blessed day today and a blessed Holy Week.
And we'll walk together in the remainder of this Lenten season.
Lenten season.
See
That's
you in
right.
church.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
God bless.
Bye-bye.